Hello, everyone. Thanks for showing up today. Here we are in our new space. So excited to be here. Just can't wait for you guys to see this place. It's just beautiful. So much room, so much space. You're going to feel really safe in this environment. So, hey, so excited. All right, guys, we're going to get started. I might just move my computer down a little bit so that you can see my feet as well. I will move my mat back a little bit. They just washed these floors, a little bit sticky. All right, so I bought a chair today. So we need a chair just for balance. I've got two small little balls, and we'll use some of those for the weights as well. All right, so let's just start with a little bit of a warm-up. So first thing we're going to do is that we're going to just start. I'm just going to put my hand on the chair to have a little bit of stability. Not feeling quite so stable today. My daughter has gone into the hospital to have her baby, so I'm very excited. So she was admitted yesterday, and so things are moving along, but there's no baby yet. And of course, that means sleepless night for grandma. So I have been up pretty much all night. Her husband is texting me every little movement that's happening. So hopefully baby today, I'll let you know. So excited. And now let's have our heels up off the floor. We're on our tippy toes. Open up that chest as we allow for those knees to bend and back up. And bend and back up. So just trying also to watch, making sure that your knees are not going out or in, but they're going sort of straight between your big and little toe. And then just breathing in through your nose and breathe it out. Excellent. A couple more here. Last one. And then come all the way up and put your heels down. Beautiful. All right, let's just do a little bit of squats. So warming up those legs. Squats, a compound exercise. It warms up your legs. Gets your heart rate going maybe a little bit. I love doing squats. Hope you guys are still active. Can't wait to start doing the group classes in person. It's so much fun to see everybody soon again. And then let that breath just be flowing. I can feel some heat coming on already. And now I'm going to just pulse and stay here as I pulse, little tiny pulses. And then I'm drawing my belly in, shoulders away from my ears so that we're feeling that we're maintaining neutral. Let's bring your arms up, making it a little bit more challenging. And now we're going to come up and open up the arms. Sit back down. Open, down, and open. Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and out, and open up that chest. And open up that chest. Excellent. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. And now we're going to stay up with those arms and then just lift them up and back down. And lift them up. I'm going to open up my legs to the side. And my arms are going to come out to the side. And we're going to sway from side to side. And let's just add a little rotation from the shoulders. I'm going to bring my hands up facing the ceiling and then back to the back wall. So I'm trying to really rotate through my shoulders. And let that breath just be flowing in through your nose and out. Just kind of swaying from side to side. And now come back to the center. And let's bring our legs back together. Shake it out. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to come to my chair. I'm going to face my chair here. All right, and now I'm just going to start doing a little choreography with my ankles and my knees. And so again, I want to go into that neutral position of your spine. Open up your chest. I'm going to lift up onto that releve with my toes, bend my knees, put my heels down, and come back up. So it's kind of like a rolling sensation that you should have through your feet. And then lift, knees bent, back up. Lift, knees bent, So again, just coming through that rolling sensation. Shoulders relaxed away from my ears. Up and sit down. Back up. Up. Excellent. And now, let's come up onto your toes. Stay here for me. And now bend your knees. All right, so kind of in that releve with a squat position. And now give me a couple of pelvic tilts. So moving through that lower back, but also feeling those quads. Whew, you can feel this. Hope you can feel it too. And then back into neutral. And now lift yourself all the way up and coming back down. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to bring my feet into that first position. So again, open up your chest, draw that belly in, and now we come up on our tippy toes and back down. Up and back down. And lift and lower. Lift and lower. Up on your toes and down. Up on your toes and down. Shoulders are away from your ears as we lift lower. So you should feel all 5 toes here when you come up. Let's stay up this time. And now same thing. We're going to just bend. And as we bend, we open up those legs. Feeling the inner thighs working too. And as if you had a wall behind you, we're not hinging at the hips. We're just lowering and lifting. Lower and lift. Open your legs. Close your legs. Open and close. Open and close. Keep that breath going. And now open those legs. Stay here. And now just go side to side. Side to side. Breathing in through your nose and breathe out. Just kind of give me a little bit of an attitude here as you're going from side to side. And then back in the middle, lift yourself back up and all the way down. Excellent. All right, let's make those legs a little bit wider. All right, so we're in that what we call a second position. You're still externally rotated at the hip. So we're getting a little bit involved in those glute muscles here, as well as still working the TFLs, so your tensor fasciitis kind of engaged as we rotate out and then coming down. And as you go into that squat, still have the sensation that you're opening up your legs and then closing. Open and close, open and close. You might not need to hang on to a chair. It's just there for balance so that you don't lose that stability. And now stay down here, all right? And now you're gonna lift your heels and lower them back. Lift and lower. And again, I want to make sure that my knees are still tracking over my first and last toe so that I am not rotating too far and making it difficult on my knees to rotate. So I still want that stability. And now hold your heels up. Lower yourself down a little bit and then give me a couple of pulses here. Tiny little pulses. Breathing in through your nose and breathe out. Ooh, I can feel those in my legs. And then slowly coming up and then back down. Nicely done. All right, shake out those legs. All right, so now I'm going to come back to that chair. I'm going to face you this time. All right, so now let's just bring that leg out to the side as we start lifting it. And that is straight out to the side. So working those abductors, which is basically your glute muscles. So important that we have strong glutes. Just nice little lift, lift. And this is challenging. Now, hold it out for me. Reach your arm up. And now, bring your knee to your elbow. As we'll go in a little bit more into that waist. Excellent. And now hold it all the way up. You're going to take that leg behind you, and now you're going to kick the arm behind you as you kick that leg behind you. It's like you're tossing something behind you and you're catching it with your foot. But you're still staying nice and strong through the core. Excellent. And then take that all the way down. Beautiful. All right, same leg still. Lift it up in the front. Give me a couple of pulses here. Now that opposite leg can be slightly bent, just to make sure that you're not locking your knees. Open up your chest as you're just lifting. Excellent. Nicely done. I'm going to put that foot back down. All right, I'm going to reach over and I'm going to grab one of my balls. All right, so if you have a weight, doesn't matter if it's a ball or a weight, but you want to have something that's fairly light, nothing too heavy. All right, bring that arm up. All right, and now we're going to take that elbow to the front of the knee as we lift. Excellent. And then take it all the way down. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to move that chair over to the other side. Put my ball back. And now we're going to work the same thing on the other side. All right, so set yourself up. First, hips are squared to the front. And now take that leg out to the side as we just go into a little lift. So again, try not to rotate here with your hip, but try to have your hips square and then draw that belly in. Keep breathing in through your nose and breathe it out. Excellent. And just kind of feel those, working those abductors, working right through the glutes. And then hold it here, bring that arm up, and now we're just gonna lift that leg up. So nice and controlled, making sure that the foot that you're standing on, that you're not leaning on one side or the other, that you should have your whole foot grounded as you're lifting that leg. Using your abs to stabilize the movement, so just keep going. Keep breathing. Shoulders away from my ears. Yes, that's good. Excellent work, guys. Whew. And now, as if you had a ball behind you, you're gonna kick that ball as you kick your leg towards your buttocks. So just trying to find different movement. So good for our bodies that we change the movements. Kick, kick. Beautiful. Last one. And then take it all the way down. Excellent. All right, same leg. All right, lift that leg up to the front. And then we're going to just give a little pulse. You can, again, support that standing leg by bending it a little bit if you need to. Perfectly fine. Just keep that lifting that leg. Whew. And then take it down. All right, I'm going to grab that ball as I lift that arm up to the ceiling. And now, ball to knee. Ball to knee. Excellent. Beautiful. Just get that knee together. Feel. Whew. That standing leg is feeling this. I think that's enough. And then take it down. Excellent. All right, let's pick up both balls here. All right, so now slightly bend your knees as we bring your arms forward and turn them down. So you're in a supine position and then prone. Extend the arms, rotate them. So again, working through the shoulders, working through the arms. So we're working that shoulder girdle at the same time. Working through the back, that upper back. Now it's important here that we stabilize, so draw that belly in. All right, I'm gonna add a little squat here. So go down and then bend your elbows. Down, bend your elbows. Bend. So as the arms are further away from our bodies, it's a little bit more challenging to stabilize through the core. So I want you really thinking about activating the core the whole time. Draw that belly in. 2 more last one. Oh yeah, excellent. All right, straight up and down. Feel the heat. My heart rate's going up a little bit. It's good. I think my heart rate was already up. Felt a lot of anxiety. This is what happens when your children are having children. It's like you're having a child with them, without the pain, of course, but the anxiety is there. So beautiful. And then all the way up, and then toss. Toss, toss, toss. So they had to induce my daughter yesterday because she's got high blood pressure, and they wanted her to be induced so they could control in case they felt something was going to go wrong. She's due on Wednesday, next Wednesday, September 2nd, so it's all good, but induction is hard. So a little bit of a toss for that ball. Oh yeah, and now swing it to the back, bend your legs, and then toss it with control, even though we're using momentum here. We're using it with control. Arms are up. Feel the strength of those arms, of your core, of the legs. It's like we're doing a high jump. And then get ready for that jump. And then up we go. 2 more here. Keep breathing into your nose. Excellent. And up. Beautiful. All right. Stay up. Make a goalpost with those arms. Bring them in and out. Ooh, getting hot in here. Excellent, guys. Just bringing those arms together. Your body, your arms should start to feel this. I'm just feeling this. And now, last exercise. Go back to that goalpost, and now you just bring your arms forward, but you keep your elbows at the same place. Couple more here. Excellent, guys. Last one. Hold it here and take it down. Awesome. All right, let's put those balls in the chair. Let's turn our body around. Shoulders away from my ears. All right, so we're going to take that one leg and go straight behind us. All right, so now I'd like you to be up a little bit, but I don't want you to be arching your back. So stay nice and strong here. And then just lift that leg up a little bit. Squeeze your butt a little bit as you lift, lift. Shoulders relaxed. Beautiful. And now I'm going to lean into that chair a little bit with my elbows. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lift. I'm going to put one hand on the chair, and my other hand is going to go down sort of towards the floor as I lift. Just getting a little deeper into those glutes. Feel nice. All right, for the finale, we're going to come back up, and we're going to turn that leg to the side, and now we're going to lift it to the side. Draw that belly in. We want that belly to be nice and stable. Excellent. And take it all the way. Nice. Awesome. All right, we have another side. Whew. All right, so now we start out nice and straight, shoulders relaxed. All right, let the weight to go into those glutes. All right, so gluteus maximus, that big superficial muscle, the booty. This is what we're working right now. Everybody wants booty. Draw that belly in. Excellent. Lift, lift, lift. Okay, I'm going to go down a little bit. I'm going to still be shoulders relaxed, bending my elbows. I'm going a little deeper into that lift. Drawing that belly in a little bit as I keep lifting. Shoulders away from my ears. Excellent, guys. All right, I'm going to take that hand, and I'm just going to drop it down. And I'm going to keep lifting. Try not to rest my head on that chair because it makes it harder to stay just above the chair. Woo! Even that butt muscle for sure. And then slowly coming up. Thanks. Nicely done. All right, so let's just move that chair off to the side as we go down to do a little bit on the floor. So I'm going to sit down on my mat. I am going to grab my balls or the weights, whatever you have. All right, I'm going to have them right at my side. I'm going to find my sit bones being really grounded into the mat here. Bending my elbows, I'm going to tuck my tailbone under. All right, so scooping that belly in, bring your heels a little closer to your buttocks as you sit up, and then roll back, and then up, and then roll back, and sit, and roll back. Now I'm going to reach my arms up, and still controlling my neutral position. So I'm not arching my back, I'm controlling my back. Last one, and then I'm going to come halfway down, stay here, hold it here, come down a little bit more, and then I'm just going to rock, little tiny rocks. I'm going into that C curve, so it's not a completely flat back, it's a nice curved spine. And then I'm going to come all the way up. Beautiful. All right, let's come down all the way to the floor. Control it, control it, control it. All right, you're laying down all the way on your mat. All right, so your heels are close towards your sit bones. Your hands at this point are going to be on your balls or weight, whatever you have. So now I'm going to go into a shoulder bridge, and then I'm going to roll myself back down. And then I'm going to tuck that tailbone under, so you lift up, and then back down. And then I'm going to start to roll up into a shoulder bridge, and back down, and from my pubic bone I roll myself up and back down, and this time I'm going to stay up, go all the way up. I'm going to grab those balls. All right, so lifting those hips up as I open and close my arms, open and close. And now as I open my arms with a straight back, I'm going to just come down and up. I'm using my back as straight as I can, as one unit, as I lower and lift. And I'm squeezing my cheeks at the same time. So as I come up, my cheeks are being squeezed and then released. Excellent. And then I'm going to hold it all the way up. All right, now I'm going to bend my elbows and bringing the weights come to the side of my temples, but my elbow stays pointing up to the ceiling. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to lower and lift. Again, straight unit. Squeeze your cheeks. Get them working. And then hold your arms up. Lower yourself all the way down. Put your weights down. Beautiful. All right, my right leg is going to come up and my left arm. And now my right arm and left leg, my left arm and my right leg are going to meet each other. We'll do 10 of those, and then we're going to do a chest lift, and we'll do 10 of those. One more here, I think. And now, keep doing what you're doing with, I'm going to go into a chest lift. And now you're gonna bend that right leg, all right? And now you're gonna kind of bring that one arm sort of like in a goalpost. As you bend your knee, you're gonna bring your elbow to your knee. So you're gonna cross that body with your weight. So taking that left elbow to your right knee. So working through the obliques. We'll do 4 more of those. And now, same thing, but I'm gonna lift my head up into a chest lift. And when you go into a chest lift, it's not through your neck. It's just bringing more intensity to the abs. So really thinking about going into that flexion of the spine. And if that's really uncomfortable, just put your head back down. Whew, I lost count here now. Maybe that's 10. Maybe not. Let's do one more. Whew. And take that down. Whew, that was good. All right. Left leg is coming out. My right arm is coming out. And now same thing here. I'm just bringing my arm. 3 and 4, 5. Making sure that you're staying in control. So no pain. One more, and then we'll do it with a chest lift. So up here, six, 7, 8. Focus that you're not using your neck. And 10. All right, coming down. All right, so now I'm going to bend that left leg, and I'm going to bring my arm and bend it as I bring my elbow to my knee and then straight to the side. It's like a crisscross. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Same thing with my chest lift. So that's 1. Take it across. And 2. Focus on that twist. That's 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Wow, that was good. Okay, I'm going to put my balls on my hips or your weights. And now with a straight back, I'm going to bring my knees together and apart, up together. So a little quicker here, but I want you to really focus on engaging your butt muscles as we're kind of working the back of our legs. Shoulders are relaxed, and then trying to keep those abs nicely engaged. We'll do a whole bunch of these because we can do them quick. And even though they're quick, they should be effective. Control. And as you bring your knees together, just making sure you squeeze your butt. All right, let's clap those knees. So stay up and just clap. Coming up, making sure that you're not flaring at the ribs. So I want your hips to be fairly high and your ribs to be low. And kick and clap, 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 clap. Excellent. Keep clapping. Clapping for joy. We're working out. Feels good. And then slowly coming down. Oh, nicely done. All right, well-deserved little stretch here. Let's just roll from side to side. Bring those knees into your chest. And just going from side to side. Now I'm sweating. This is good. Okay, let's bring those legs up. Let's point and flex our toes. Shoulders relaxed and just kind of finding a little bit more flexibility, mobility through the ankles. And let's just make those circles with those ankles. And let's go the other direction. Excellent. A few cracks here. And now, flex your toes, bend your knees, and then up. So, it's like you're trying to stand on the ceiling with those feet. So, making sure that you try not to draw your knees into your chest, but try to keep them on top of your hip bones. It makes it a little challenging. Keeping that core nicely engaged, making sure your sacrum is grounded onto the mat. All right, keep it in tabletop. Arms come up. Kind of look like a dead bug. Now we're going to lift up into that chest lift. And then back down. And lift up into that chest lift. And then back down. And now extend the legs. And back down. And extend the legs. And back down. And reach, reach, reach. Couple more here. Reach, reach, reach. Now this time, can we reach and stay up? Stay here. Interlace your fingers. Put your hands behind your head. Let your head just rest in those hands as we bring yourself into a little frog position. And as you do that, you can do a little that pelvic tilt. Pelvic tilt. Extend the legs. Reach the legs. Inner thighs are glued together as they come out. Really make that a mindful movement. So squeeze. Get those inner thighs right. Now, let's add on. Out, open, and then back in. Out, open, and back in. Out, open, and back in. Reach, open, reach, open, reach, open. Oh yeah. Reach, open. Last one. Reach, open, and take it down. Nicely done. Whew. All right, I'm going to grab the back of my legs and we're going to roll ourselves up into the seated position. Nicely done. Let's come over onto a quadruped position. All right, so now we're going to be up on all four. All right, hands are directly underneath our shoulders. Okay, so let's just start with a nice little cat stretch to start with. So really from your pelvis, from your tailbone, tuck that tailbone under. So roll up through that tailbone, middle back, and then look at your belly. And then from your tailbone, unroll yourself and come back up. So you're going to go into that anterior tilt. And now tuck that tailbone under, and then middle back, and then your neck. Everything is rounded off. Draw that middle back up to the ceiling. And then from your tailbone, just go into that more of an anterior tilt, middle back, and then up. Beautiful. And then back into a flat back. All right, let's come down onto our elbows. All right, and you can kind of make a triangle if you want with your hands, but we're going to work a little bit more on those buttocks as you lift your legs up towards the ceiling. So lifting up. Just a nice little lift here. Don't forget to breathe. Try not to lean on that left side, but try to be even. Reaching, lengthening that leg. And now bend that leg as you come up. Keep pulsing that leg. Now, you're going to come up. The same leg that's working, you're going to come up onto that hand. And now you're going to do a little bit of an arabesque, a little turn here. as we kick out that leg. Kick. And then we're going to bend that knee and then coming back onto the floor. And we're going to sort of sit down towards that leg that we just worked. Stretch, maybe reach a little longer without same arm as the same leg. Nice. All right, we come back up and now we switch legs. So my opposite leg that's supporting me, I want to make sure that that's nice and stable. Try not to lean into that leg as I lift that opposite leg up. So again, I'm trying to be nice and long with my arms before we were down on the elbows. So let's be done. This is just easier on your wrist to be down on the elbows. And just kind of feel the length of that leg as we're reaching it towards the wall, because we want the levers to be nice and long, makes it a little harder for the buttocks. And now bend that knee as you reach your heel up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Excellent. Nicely done. I'm going to come up, that same leg that I'm working, I'm going to come up on that leg, on that arm, sorry, and then I'm going to turn my leg, and I'm going to do this little bit of a kick, opening up as I kick. Excellent, guys. Lots of muscles working here in the buttocks. Nice. And now bend that knee, come back down, and now I'm going to sit towards that hip that I just worked, and I'm going to reach that same arm a little bit more across. Excellent. All right, let's come back up. Let's now go down onto the floor, and we'll work the spine a little bit. All right, so now you're going to keep your elbows close to your body and your fingertips just below your shoulders. And you're going to look at the floor. Your neck is nice and long, so we're not going to flex up the neck. I just want you to keep your neck long. Elbows away from your shoulders. And now feel like you become lengthening through your neck as you start lifting yourself up. And then lower yourself back down. Keeping those feet really grounded. We're not lifting up through the feet. And then lift, lift, lift. And then back down. I'm going to go up a little higher now. So I'm going to bring my heels of my hands a little bit closer down towards my middle of my back somewhere. And my elbows really get tucked in now. As I roll and lengthen that neck, I lift my shoulders, rib cage, and I come up a little bit higher. Ideally, I want my heels and my hands right below my armpit. And then they might not be there, so I might have to go down a little bit further. Elbows away from your shoulders. Not always pretty. We're not always looking for perfection. Looking for what the best we can do. And then really feel that extension of back. You can look up a little bit. Oh, it feels so good. And then come back. Not easy. All right, I'm going to rest my hands in front, and then I'm going to put my head right on top of my fingers as I lift my right leg and then lower it down. And then I lift my left leg and lower it down. And then lift my right. And I feel like I'm kind of lifting with my strong leg, but I'm really using my glutes to hold my leg nice and stable. And now I'm going to lift my right and then lift my left. And I'm going to do this little kick. And then I'm going to bring my arms forward, and I'm going to add my arms. But now you really have to make sure that you draw your belly into your lower back for stability. As you kick, 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 kick. Kick, 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 kick. Squeeze your glutes, lengthen the arms, lengthen the legs, and then relax. Whew, that's a hard one. Okay, let's just come up all the way, and we sit down into that shell stretch or child pose, and just really feel like you're tucking that tailbone under. Reaching your fingertips forward. As you bring your hips forward, and I'm going to open up my chest. And just kind of feeling that nice stretch right through my belly or my back just cracked. That's good. And then go all the way back. And now I'm going to go into a little bit of a plank. So curl your toes under. All right, my elbows are right underneath my shoulders, and I'm going to actually look at my watch because I'm going to do this for a little bit. So I'm going to time this. So here we go. We'll start in a couple of seconds. Ready? And up we go.
All right, so let's see if we can stay here for 15 seconds. Now, shoulders are right on top of your elbows to make it effective. And we take it back down. All right, this time, let's bring those elbows a little bit further away from our bodies to make it a little harder. And we'll just take this up in a couple of seconds so I can clean this. And here we go. Using that core as we start lifting up. Plank is so good for that core. Keep breathing. A couple more seconds here. And then take it down. Excellent. All right, you're gonna go fully out. You don't have to do that. You can stay in any of those other places to make it a little bit easier, but I am going to do a full length plank. And we're gonna go back. This is much more challenging. Just hold it here. Don't forget to breathe. Now we really need to stabilize through the abs. Shaking a bit. This is good. And then take it down. Whew, good job, guys. All right, just come up and sit back down into that child pose. Now, can we come forward and do a couple of push-ups? Another great exercise for our chest and our body. All right? So you can cross your legs if you want and lower yourself down. Roll yourself up and down. Not very good at this, but doing my best. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Oh yeah, that was hard. And then sit it all the way back. Need to practice those more. They're so good to do, so hard, but nicely done. Okay, let's bring that arm out to the side. And let's just stretch that back a little bit. Bring your hand underneath your armpit. Open up your chest, up to the ceiling. Feeling a little bit of a twist in that spine. Put that hand back, coming up. And then the left arm goes out. And then underneath, open up your chest all the way up. Excellent. And coming up. And then one hand in front of the other as we sit down into a bit more of a oblique stretch. Feel the stretch inside. And back up. And then the left side, sit down. Oh yeah, feels good. And then do it back up. Now, let's curl those toes under. And you want lots of flexibility. So if you sit on your toes, it's a really good exercise for your toes. And it's hard. When I first started doing this, it used to kill my toes. So it's a good practice just to stretch them out, because if we have strong and flexible toes, it's so much healthier for our bodies. All right, chest to your knees, hands on the floor. Let's get that buttocks up to the ceiling. All right, and just feeling that your upper body is a bit heavy. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. Hands are on the floor. And now just sit back down. Oh, that just feels good, just stretching those hamstrings. And then up, let your head go heavy. And then let's just get your arms off the floor, fingertips. And let your hands go really heavy. Your head is heavy. It's like all the weight is in your head and your hands. And then scoop that belly in as you lift yourself up. And then open up your chest. Feel that nice, beautiful back extension. And then we'll do that same thing with chin to chest. We roll ourselves back. We feel that upper body's heavy, arms are heavy. So really scoop that belly in for stability. You can just hang out here for a bit. And then slowly come back. Take your time. Open up that chest. Nice back extension. And then shake it out. Whew, that was awesome work, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. And yeah,
hopefully soon we'll get to see each other in live. Bye, guys.